In the first fight, Whitaker got...
I'm the best ever. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Yo, bounce guy, go off.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Wilder's in a world of trouble, closing seconds. Can he weather the storm here in the third round?
And the ball is superlative.
Big right hook, lands flush for Cambosos, and that knockdown Teofimo Lopez. We have ourselves a fight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov gets a triangle choke from up top. Gaethje's out, and the fight is over. The triangle choke for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And Porter gets knocked down. He gets knocked down again. 10th round TKO win. Left uppercut, and then knocks out Leo. It appears he's out cold. The fight is over. It was a counter left uppercut, and just like that, what a left uppercut. I did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to admit, what a fight.
Nice celebration of a 3K video. I don't know, man. To hit 3,000 subscribers in like
Right hook to the body for Campbell. Left hook to the body for Garcia. And that knocked down Campbell. It was a left hook to the body. Campbell on the ground. The count is on. Can he make his way up? It appears he can't get up. Campbell on the ground. Trying to stand up. And the fight is over. Ryan Garcia with a 7th round knockdown. What a performance. Guys, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. We're trying to do record numbers today. Ryan Garcia tearing up and crying. What a performance for Ryan Garcia. Well, guys, we are finally back. It's been so long, guys. It's been, woof. The last time I was live was about 2 weeks ago, roughly, maybe a little longer. We've been doing the weekly shows, guys. Thank you for being here, by the way. Truth Bomb, Beta, Whale, and Company, Risky, Lavathan. What's up, my guys? Thank you so much for being here, guys. I know it's been a while. We can just blame Trey, and we'll have him here in a little bit. But he canceled on us, to do a show when we were supposed to do it every Tuesday. But he decided to pick up softball. I heard his batting average is like 127. I heard he pitches and his ERA is like 7.2. I don't know if you guys follow baseball at all and how that works, but yeah, I just heard he's not good. But yeah, so we're not doing that on Tuesdays anymore because he wants to be busy. So I think we're gonna try to do that on Fridays. The Trash Talk Tuesdays. Instead, we're gonna change it to Friday, which is nice because right before. No, Whale, don't worry, it's not you. We haven't been live for a while. So what's up, Whale? Thank you for always coming back, man, and everybody else that's coming through. What was I gonna say? So we're gonna try to do Fridays, which I think is nice because we can. Saturdays there's big events, like for example this weekend 273. Next weekend Errol Spence versus Ugas is going to be going on. Then the week after that Fury versus White. So there's a lot of events coming up. So I know we've been kind of slow and not streaming as much, but at least we'll be here for tomorrow. We'll be here 2 weeks after that, like back to back. So I'm just happy to be back, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Will Ryder says Trey be rolling to bases. I heard once he rounds first base, he already starts having an asthma attack. I don't know. That's just the rumors I heard. By the way, guys, my birthday's on Sunday, right? I'm about to be 32. So I'm an old head. I know I'm an old head, guys, but I'm still getting pimples, man. Let me see if I can zoom in. Look at this. Huge pimple. Like, geez. And I'm getting a haircut tomorrow so we can look fresh for the stream, because right now I'm looking like a caveman. I haven't got a haircut for like 2 months. So it's been tough. When will he fight? When will who fight? One Hero. Hi, haven't seen you in a while. I know, Yenny, we were just talking about it. Don't worry, we haven't been on the last time I was live. So, Yenny, we haven't been on for a while. I hope everything is well with you. By the way, there haven't been that many big fights, and been busy, and then Trey wants to cancel on us. The last time we were live was 3 weeks ago. So it's not you. You haven't been missing the streams, but guys, hit the bell for post notifications if you haven't already. Everything he does is round, says Beta. Let's get it. You gotta love it. What's up, gang? Let's see if we could get him on the call and get right back to where we started from, as far as talking trash and, you know, just going back and forth. But I'm calling him now. He said he was gonna be ready at 7:40. So we'll see. By the way, my headphones are just on fire. I think he is gonna be ready. So I think he picked up. And guys, it's just good to be back. We're going to talk a lot of fighting. Hamza Chimaev versus Burns. Volkanowski versus Korean Zombie. There's just a lot this weekend, guys, that I'm just absolutely excited for. But wait, you guys have to see a face that he's going to have his usual 5 minutes. Unfortunately, we're going to stick to script, even though he's been canceling on us. You know, he messed up the whole, we had like eight episodes in a row. And he messed it all up. Petr Yan was in my favorite fight of 2021. Now, most people, they liked for fight of the year Brian Ortega versus Volkanovski. People like Trey, where they just want to see rock'em sock'em. They don't really know fighting. But the best fight of 2021 was Corey Sandhagen and Petr Yan. But that's for another day, guys. That's for another day. Here we go. Trey, your 5 minutes are on. What's up, Trey?
Whoa, the source is back once again, baby, and he's here to do it for you again. Let me address all this little hate I've been getting and these little backhanded comments I've been getting from Miller lately. Well, here's the deal. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm an athletic dude. I bleed pure athleticism. Okay? I'm an incredible athlete, multi-sport athlete. Anything you want to see me, and Miller's been talking trash about playing me in pickup basketball. I know he's short and he sucks. Period. I don't care how fast he is. You don't get no free buckets on me. You don't get no free buckets on me. So I hope you can shoot from deep. Second of all, yes, the rumors and the word on the street is true. Trey Melton is back on the field, slinging dimes into the strike zone and popping them over the fence like it's just a little addy, baby. I'm out there doing it again. Now, listen, I took a year off. Okay, I played 2 years ago. I took a year off, and you know what? They were nothing without me. I'll be honest with you. They were nothing without me. So this year we had a co-ed team and a men's team. And, of course, they put me on both those teams because they need an absolute killer out there to carry them to the promised land. So I joined, okay? It was Mondays and Tuesdays. I told Miller weeks ahead before it even started. I told him, hey, what are we going to do about this? I need to do something about this. And it's not true. Miller just waited to do something until the day before, which was nothing, which is meaning we just stopped. I said, hey, we got to do something about this. What are we going to do? I don't want to stop doing the podcast. I don't want to stop doing the podcast. I love that people get to see me. Miller said, yeah, let's take this week off and figure it out. So we start talking about days we can do it. Well, maybe we can do it Wednesday. I don't want to do it Wednesday and then do it another day next week and then do this. So Miller keeps canceling on possible days we can do it. And finally, I nail down Friday and tell him, hey, let's do Friday. Miller still doesn't want to do it. He still didn't want to come back for y'all. And he said, fine, I guess we'll do Friday. I guess that's fine. And here we are, Trash Talk Friday. So that's really how it worked. It's not just me canceling. Maybe I did cancel the first one, but I warned him ahead of time, okay? And I let him know. And this guy didn't even care to come out here and talk to y'all. And I was begging him, please, Miller. Please, I want to do the podcast. I want to do it bad this week, please. No, I don't care about them. That's what he would say back to me. No, I don't really care about them. So I don't know what type of hate Miller has in his heart for y'all. But the king, the source, the one that gets it done, got us back on the air, baby. So let me get some thank yous in the chat. Go ahead and throw some thank yous in the chat for me because I brought us back.
Thank God. Those 5 minutes are over. Man, that felt like an eternity.
Throw some thank yous in the chat.
Guys, it's just really sad to know that Trey's full of lies. Drew's in the chat. Real quick, I'll quickly say, Trey's a liar. We had a thing for Tuesdays. He lets me know like the Monday before Tuesday. Oh, I picked up softball. All right, let's do Mondays. I play softball on Mondays too. Oh, how long is the season for? Oh, just 12 weeks in a row or something like that. We had a beautiful thing going on every Tuesday.
A great thing going. And I didn't want to mess up any momentum.
8 episodes in a row, guys. But we're doing it on a Friday when people are taking their wives out to eat. People are going on dates. Trey can't relate, so that's why he said, hey, let's do Friday. Let's do
taking their wives out to eat. Do you know how corny half these dudes are in the chat? They don't got no women.
They're swiping left or right on Tinder. He doesn't know what that is. Look, but we're here, guys. Despite Trey, we're back. Drew is in the building. Beta. So I said Friday, instead of spending family time when I'm off of work after a long week. Yeah, I'll do Friday, Trey. That's the only day you're available. Why not? But we're here now. And there's a lot of fighting that we need to talk about, Trey.
You know what's crazy is Miller didn't want to come back because he has been so garbage in these cards, in these past couple of cards betting them. Now listen, y'all, I know what y'all were thinking. Wait, the last time y'all were doing the podcast, the last time y'all were talking on here, Miller was doing awful. He only won like 1 in the past 3 weeks. Guess what, y'all? It got even worse. It got even worse. He started hitting 0. Yeah, I think this guy. Yeah, I think this guy. Next.
I've been losing a little money on my bookie. Let's just throw it out there. But bringing that up, Trey. By the way, quick announcement. Tomorrow, sponsored by my bookie. We got another sponsor stream. Yeah, UFC 273.
Hey, is that a renewed contract or what?
I think we have a I gotta get on the phone with him after this Saturday, but he was like, "Yeah, let's do UFC 273 as well too." And I'm like, "Okay," because I didn't know what was going on. I haven't been streaming much, so I didn't want to bother him. But they reached out to me, so cool. Another my bookie stream. That might have been a lot of information, but look,
it was probably me. It was probably me that got you that new contract. So I'm happy for you, and I'm blessed that I could do that for you. And it's just another great thing I'm doing for this channel.
It's just so sad. 8 episodes in a row.
And you blew it off. And you ruined it.
To throw that out the window for softball. But I heard their record is like 2-12. That's neither here nor there. Guys, a lot of fights to talk about. Steeler says, let's go. Great pay-per-view card. I got Volkanowski, Jan, Chimaev. Possibly Zombie by upset. Sterling talking big. Chimaev is real, says Steeler Nation. Let's just start, what's a good way to say this? Let's just start with a leadoff double. Yeah, I don't know if you know. You might not know what that is because you bat 8th. But let's get right into it.
Last.
Do you actually? That's horrible. That's horrible.
What my coach told me is because he wants a good person at the end to bat for the top of the lineup. That way they can, you know what I'm saying?
That is one of the best lies ever told. I would say that too as a coach to a little league team. Listen, Leadoff double. Chimaev Burns, because Steeler brought it up and says Chimaev is real. Let's talk about it. Chimaev Burns is tomorrow, One Hero, by the way, too. We're going to be covering here live. Chimaev Burns, you see a little scuffle where they were both in towels, behind the scenes. Trey kind of like played that video in slow motion. Me and Trey haven't talked about these fights at all. Let me hear your thoughts real quick. Burns and Chimaev.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Chimaev said it best. Burns is a little boy. You're tiny. You're tiny. You want to fight me naked? He's gonna absolutely dog this man. I mean, let's be honest. He's way bigger than him. He's gonna be way stronger than him. He's gonna go in there and bully him. It's gonna be 1-2 round fight probably. He'll go out in the second round, and then it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. This Khamzat is finally going to prove he's that guy when he's already proved that he's that guy because of what he's doing and the history he's making in the UFC already. But, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Gilbert's not going to beat this guy.
It's just crazy to think of that because I'm looking at the standings right now, doing a little research as I always do. For Gilbert Burns, as far as in the division, he's ranked number 2. Hamza just shot all the way up by beating Li Jingliang, right? I remember seeing that fight. He was talking to Dana White mid-fight, saying, I want the title. Now, I don't know if you heard the breaking news, but this is what Hispanic Hawani does here. Did you hear what Dana White said about Chimaev if he gets past Burns?
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Guys, if you didn't know, Colby Covington, if Chimaev gets past Burns, we'll talk about that a little bit more, but what do you think about that?
They shot him up too fast.
News broken by Miller DC, aka Hispanic Hawani.
You didn't break anything that's been on the internet for hours. And second of all, why'd they do that to Khamzat? They didn't have to do that. He was doing well. He's going to just have beaten Gilbert. And then they're going to throw him into the ring with the best welterweight in the world.
I mean, he lost twice for the title, but
no, he lost once, and then they cheated him one time.
To go back to Burns and Chimaev, because we'll talk about Kobe. You basically believe that Burns doesn't have a chance.
No,
and I'm going to tell you something. Doesn't have a chance. And I'm going to
you can see it in his face. And Khamzat even said it. This man is crying after fights after he loses.
He does.
Are we serious?
Leon
Are we
Edwards
serious?
Said he got dropped by a jab against Usman. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So, listen, but let me tell you exactly what's going to happen because Trey doesn't know anything. This is what's really going to happen.
Burns is going to continuing his horrible streak of picking and choosing.
Trey has a Chimaev by decision, and I'm here to tell you, second round knockout at the very latest. Second round knockout for Chimaev. Trey has it going to a decision, going all the way. I'm saying he's going to put him out in 2 rounds. Chimaev is too big for Burns, man. That's simply how I have it. I hope the weight cut doesn't hurt Chimaev. You know, he's been dropping down all these years and stuff. I don't think it'll catch up to him. I think Chimaev ends it in round 2. Final prediction, Trey.
I think round 3. Round 3. I'm going round 3. He's going to choke him out. He's going to beat him bad, get him to the ground. He's going to choke him out.
Submission.
Just to prove he can submit a ground guy, and it's just like, this is easy. Like, please give me Usman.
I think he knocks him out. I think Chimaev historically has always gone for the biggest kind of
like a knockout or like on the ground TKO.
On the ground TKO. On the ground TKO. Takes him down, goes for the back a bit. Burns has enough defense, jiu-jitsu to kind of not get his neck taken, but just gets absolutely mauled.
Yeah, I can see that. That.
But you don't see Burns having any chance, whatsoever.
Heck no. Do you? Heck no.
I would like to believe in his jiu-jitsu.
He's already
and his
in
experience.
his head.
The only retort that people say is experience. That's really it. That Hamza Chimaev hasn't really fought anyone of caliber or name as Gilbert Burns, but I don't think that matters to most fans anymore.
Can we look up Gilbert Burns wins because they're really not that impressive? They're really
Interesting.
not that impressive.
Interesting point. Interesting point. Interesting point. I'm looking it up
He was
now.
crying bad after the Usman fight, like bawling his eye, like awfully. It was bad.
Damian Maia, Tyron Woodley, and Steven
A
Townsend.
washed Tyron Woodley. A washed Tyron Woodley.
He had performance of the night on that fight.
Wonder Boy, wasn't that Wonder Boy's first fight back from a little bit? Or am I tripping?
After he lost, he came off a 2-fight win streak, but that was 2020. Then after like a year and some change, then he fights Gilbert Burns. So you're absolutely right. So
You know
yes,
what I'm saying? Like, come on.
he-
Like his wins aren't that impressive. Are we putting Tyron Woodley up there again? We found out he wasn't like that. After
no,
Usman took the life out of him, we found out he wasn't like that.
after 9 episodes, Trey makes a good point. He beat Damian Maia, but that's kind of like a perfect matchup for Gilbert Burns. Speaking of Maia,
Damian Maia, I'm so sick of people talking about how that he was old and
no,
bummy.
that's what I'm saying. Like he just had no chance. He beat Gunnar Nelson. Speaking of Gilbert Burns, Mike Davis, Alexei Konchenko. It's just you bring up a valid point. You bring up a valid point.
Of course I do. I do this every single week. I'm the source. Y'all get this from me. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody's saying, hey, do y'all think Gilbert maybe hasn't fought the top guys like everybody thinks he has? Nobody's saying that. I am. I'm the source. I'm the one who looks at that. I'm the one who gets it done.
And
Remember that.
Chimaev has KO power as well, says Lavithan 999. I kind of agree with you, Miller. Here's why Burns got KO'd by Dan Hooker. A long time ago, he did get knocked out by Hooker, but he did get knocked. And Burns' chin looked suspect, honestly. Against Usman, he didn't look that strong or like that well. He got bullied. So, not saying that Chimaev is better than Usman, but Chimaev has that kind of pace that just kind of overwhelms you.
Khamzat's already in his head, dude. He's already in his head. You can see it in his face.
I think so.
You can see it. Gilbert just doesn't look like he's all there. Like he looks a little timid.
I think so too.
That's a wrap.
Let's save Aljamain
0%
Sterling
chance.
versus Jan for last. Let's
I don't even
go
want to talk about that cornball herb bummy
because that's such an interesting topic. But let's quickly go to Volkanowski and Korean Zombie.
Here's the deal. Korean Zombie is a scary cat, okay? Because he's got power in both his hands where he could drop Volk
Explosive.
off. But here's the deal. Distance control and point fighting, Volkanovski is the best in the business of that. That man can point fight you to death and not get touched and avoid you and everything. And he doesn't have that bad of a ground game, and he don't really have to worry about that too much with the Korean Zombie because he'll stand there and bang with them and try and slug it out with them. But come on, y'all. This man Volkanovski is on a 20-fight win streak? He is a dog. Like we got to start talking about him for being pound for pound best in the world. He's got to be number 2.
You know why?
He's got to be number 2 right now.
You know why I don't think they put him up there? Is because of the debatable fights against Holloway. Even though he won them.
Beat them both times. They're not debatable, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, people gas that up because they love Max so much. Listen, that is where he confirmed and explained and showed in pure detail that he's the best point fighter in the entire UFC.
It couldn't have went either way?
No, they got it right 100%. Both times they got it right 100%.
They got it so right that betting websites were giving you your money back if you bet on Holloway.
Yeah, they was tripping on that. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous.
It was that close. And you know, it's
you know what happened there? You know what happened there? One of the top dogs in betting or gambling or whatever had something on that, and it went the wrong way. And he said, he said, I'll shut y'all down. I'll shut y'all down if you don't switch this over right now. Go ahead and send this back. So they had to do that.
Trey is the biggest conspiracy theorist in the world.
Listen, you know why this is true? Not every site was doing that. It wasn't every single book and bookies was paying their people.
But it was the biggest.
It was only a handful. It was
the biggest ones.
Exactly. Where do the top dogs bet? And where do the top dogs bet? At the biggest ones.
I got a great question for you. Why they didn't do that for Colby Covington and Usman then? If that was so close.
because they can't. You can only do it once every so often. And it's like, what is going on? There has to be somebody at the top pushing for it, and obviously there has to be somebody at the top pushing for it. And obviously, Kobe doesn't have a lot of fans because of what he says, and he says the truth, and he likes Trump and all this stuff. So they're not gonna back him like they're gonna do Max, who everybody loves for some reason. No idea why. No idea why he's a great boxer, but everybody loves this dude for some reason.
Don't punch a hole in the wall, but I'm gonna break it to you. This is going to hurt a little bit, all right? Volkanovski Holloway was closer than Colby Usman.
Absolutely not.
100%.
No.
100%.
No.
Oh, that's a good poll to make on YouTube. I would love to hear the people's thoughts on that.
Absolutely not.
Absolute. Chat, you guys let us know. What was a closer fight? Usman or Covington or Volkanovski Holloway 2? I think that was closer, Trey. I'm not even joking. I think it was a lot closer. Now, when we get to Volkanovski,
Covington too. Usman and Covington too.
That's fine.
Not the first one.
The Holloway fight was still closer.
No.
The Holloway fight was still closer. Now, when it comes to Korean Zombie, he's explosive. I just think Volkanovski, like you said, about the points fighting aspect, stylistically might be a little bit tough. It might be a little bit tough for Korean Zombie if Volkanovski gets kind of a rhythm going. If Korean Zombie can't threaten him in the first to second round, I think it's going to be a long night for him, honestly.
Let's be honest. Korean Zombie shouldn't even have this fight anyways. Like, come on now.
I mean, the only reason he got it was because someone dropped, right? So it's
yeah, who was that?
One of the greatest fighters out there.
Yeah, who was that?
One of the greatest one of the greatest fighters out there.
Who dropped, got hurt, and then said he wanted to be a backup for the fight he was originally scheduled for. What a cornball!
The guy that beat him. The guy that beat him before and they cheated him. Yeah, look, Trey. Let's be honest. Like I'm not biased. They call me unbiased Mills. It was a little weird. That Holloway wanted to be the backup. I don't know what to make of that right now.
Like what, bro? You sound scared. Bad.
I don't know what to make of that. Maybe it was a real injury, but he thinks he can come back in time. I'm not sure.
It came back where it wasn't as bad as he thought it was, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. MMW says 100% closer. I feel strongly that the Holloway Volkanovski fight. Oh, Lavithan 999 says the same thing. Volkanovski and Holloway was so much closer. That guy's a freaking
idiot. He doesn't know anything. He always tries to go against me and talk to me and request a little 5 minutes, all this bull crap. Nobody cares what that bum says.
Oh my god. I mean, if
he hasn't even hit puberty yet.
If someone knows, it's 999. There hasn't been one person, and I would be hesitant to bet any money that someone would say Usman and Colby was closer than Holloway Volkanovski. That's just.
I'm right here saying it.
That's what the people in the chat are saying, and
I already told you why. They would say it. They don't like Colby because he says the truth and stands up for what he believes in and all this stuff, cares about our police and everything, and they want to cancel all them.
Oh my God, before we get to the last topic about Petr Yan and Sterling, you brought up Colby Covington, the thing we're talking about now. Unfortunately, we weren't able to talk about it because you canceled one of the best MMA shows that was happening every week. Masvidal Covington. We would have covered it that Tuesday if you didn't want to play softball and let me know less than 24 hours in advance. But anyways, I'm sorry. I don't mean
not what happened. I'll let you know weeks ahead.
I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but yeah, you kind of let us hanging. Masvidal Covington, Masvidal sneaking him behind the scenes. Look, I'll be the first to say.
Cornball.
I'll be the first to say, I liked Masvidal. He was a BMF in a sense, right? He was that guy, that street guy that happens to make it in the UFC, that has a name for himself, and he's making the most out of his career. I'm sorry. In my honest opinion, he looks a bit soft. Stealing someone out of nowhere. After you lost a 25-minute fight, talk to me, Trey. I'm sorry we couldn't cover it right after the fight. You canceled on us, but I'm sorry.
We're talking about Street Judas, okay? The guy who came up in the streets fighting, says he comes from the hood, has a clip of himself talking to Ariel, I believe.
I saw
saying, having a good cheap shot, pretty much.
Good sucker punch.
Or sneak shot, sucker punch
Hispanic
is respected in the hood. Yeah, sucker punch. You're right. Thank you.
I don't think that's
Now-
respected. No, like,
now,
not
Miller,
that much. Yeah.
You say you're from the streets. You say you grew up in the hood, kind of. I don't know how true that is. You look like a little Herbie, but it's okay.
That's fair. Well, dunk on
Is
you.
that respectable, or is
No.
going up and squaring up with the dude and saying what's good, how everybody always does, and squares up with him? Nobody jumps in because everybody knows, hey, yo, these two dudes got beef. They about to squash it. Let them handle it right now. Is that more respectable? Because how corny is that? He was wearing a mask and a hoodie and all that stuff. Didn't even know who he was. Like, what is that?
Weird. 100% weird. Robert, welcome to the stream. Cole, welcome to the stream. Listen, Trey, when you're in middle school, maybe, I remember kids doing that, like sneaking up on someone and doing that, but it was corny. Once you get to high school and you get older, you know, you weren't doing that. It's just weird.
I'll tell you a little story.
Especially after losing a fight. I got Drew doing something like that when he rewatches this, for sure. But tell us your story.
Listen, I was in high school. All right, I was on the football team. And we had a locker room, and the way it was
played
set
left
up,
bench, right?
Yeah, left out, actually.
Left
And
bench,
the way
gotcha,
it was
right.
set up, yeah, all conference state champion. Show some respect on my name. You can look it up, baby. I'm like,
Yeah, I heard you had like 37 seconds of playtime.
yeah,
Oh,
that's how I got all conference.
Mhm.
You've never had any reward like that in your life, so it doesn't matter.
Second in the world in jiu-jitsu, but I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, in the
look it
world,
up.
Special Olympics don't count.
No, it was a jiu-jitsu IBJJF. You wouldn't know about that. I'm sorry. You're 37 seconds playing football in North Carolina where nobody ever makes it to the league. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Whoa, hold on now. We was coached by somebody who was in the league.
I
Anyways,
mean,
listen. So the way the locker room was set up, you walked in. And
The
it did
XFL.
like a little
sorry.
O, kind of. It did like a little O, right?
Okay.
So
all
you
right.
walk around, right?
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? One of the guys on the team I kind of
Mm-hmm.
knew, you know what I'm saying? He had a little shawty that I had talked to before or whatever. So, you know, one thing led to another. We hung out one night. She might have cheated. Nothing crazy. I mean, we're in high school. Nothing wild happening. Just like a little kiss or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got wind of it. So I go to the locker room and it's practice and I'm changing, I'm getting ready or whatever, and I'm coming out and I'm walking around the left side and I'm like talking to my dude. As soon as I walk, I turn right here.
No.
Boom. Knocks me down.
Of course.
Oh yeah, knock me down. He's like 6'6", like
no way. This is a true story.
Boy. This is a true story. Boom, knocks me down. Everybody, hey, no, like whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, me, I'm an OG. I already knew. Hey, I can't be too upset. Like I can't try and fight him or whatever because you know,
this guy's 6'6". That's kind of crazy.
His girl was already with me, and this is a big dude right here. You know what I'm saying? So I already won pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I eat it. I don't say anything. I go to practice, whatever. My jaw's like swole. It's like in my helmet and stuff. I'm like,
this
just
is getting
eating
good,
it or
actually.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, I hide it. That's on a Thursday. I hide it that whole day, and I go to school the next day or whatever. Have a little swollen jaw, kind of whatever. Go play the game that Friday night, and because I actually played, I could lie like this. I get out or whatever. Finally, my mom and them see my jaw, like, yo, what happened? All this stuff. You know what I'm saying? What happened? I'm like, oh, I hit a dude out there, and it just like hit me wrong. My helmet slid up and stuff. Right? Gotta lie. Yeah. A year or so later, his mom comes up to my mom and says, hey, I just want to apologize for what Sheldon did. He punched Trey, whatever, so-and-so time ago.
Wow.
And Trey never said anything. And a couple of days before that, somebody had said something about him, and I kind of defended him or whatever. And he was like, and I just found out that he defended him with so-and-so or whatever, so I just wanted to come over and say that.
Did you keep it real? I'm listening.
When it comes to getting stole off on and getting a cheap shot and getting rocked, yeah, I know what it's like, and it's very corny. And nobody on my team thought it was cool. It was like all whack. And he like got kind of upset about it because, you know, it was like, it just went bad. And bro, it's just like, it's never been cool. It wasn't cool back then in high school, just like you were saying. And it's not cool when you're a fighter and you just got whooped and tore up and literally you're gonna go do that and hide your face and do that, like you're corny, bro. And it just makes everything that Colby says about Usman almost
Or
solidifies it. I mean, yeah, says about Masvidal just almost solidifies it. Like he is kind of a thug, and he is just a kind of a herb for that. Like, who does that, bro?
First of all, interesting story. Respect to you for being a man about it. I mean, he folded you like a blanket from what I heard on the streets, but
Hey,
still,
like a lawn chair, like a lawn chair. For real. I said,
no, if he was like 6'6", that's a lot. No, but respect to you for that, because I mean, that's just ridiculous for someone to steal. He must have been. Oh, so look, that's a good point. The same way that guy that stole off on you, he was in his feelings. That's Masvidal.
yeah.
Same scenario, is not being able to control your emotions outside of the octagon. They're professional fighters. I don't know the kind of backlash that he's going to get for this, but I know he's getting sued by Colby, which is kind of interesting.
I mean, I would sue him. Like,
I mean,
he didn't make pay-per-view money and all that other stuff. So hey, I might as well get the money now. You just messed up.
Chris Rock didn't sue Will Smith, so I don't know what to make of that. But like, I don't know.
That's because Chris Rock's a real one. Chris Rock's a real one for that. He got so much respect. He didn't even need to sue Will with all the
his ticket sales like sold out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And you're a comedian, like, guys. If you guys didn't know, like Trey actually has done like stand up and things of that nature. What was I gonna say? So for Chris Rock, that was like an attack on comedy. You know, like I hear a lot of comedians say.
That's what yeah, bro. Like you don't do that.
I know we're going all over the place, but this is fun.
They said it best when they said, like now it's gonna be where anybody who gets offended from a joke by a comedian or something on stage can just go up there and smack him or whatever. And bro, that's not how it works. But a lot of comedians are standing up and defending Will, and all the big guys are talking about how corny this is and everything. And it's almost giving us a bigger range to. It's almost like letting our leash back up because we were, you know, they were tied down so long and not being able to say anything, and now it's kind of like they can break free a little bit because it's like they can test the waters now because it's not. He almost helped it out in a way, but also it's like, bro, that's the corniest thing I've ever seen. You don't do that on the biggest night of the industry, and this is literally what, like, the Super Bowl for the film industry, where all eyes are on them. It's the Academy. It's supposed to be very classy and high end, and like the top tier people in the industry that make all y'all's people's favorite things and make all the decisions were there, and you're gonna go up there and disrespect the entire industry like that. It's like you know,
he got banned for 10 years, right?
He's lucky that's all he got.
Yeah, he got banned 10 years from the Oscars.
He's lucky he only got 10 years. He should be banned for life.
Yeah, it's that's something you just don't do. But then the icing on the cake, I know we're getting a little bit off the topic, but it's great. You would think his wife was like, yeah, he defended me. She's like, I don't need no one to defend me. Like, that whole thing is just a crap show. Like, what's going on?
He looks like a cornball.
Oh yeah, but he's being disrespected by his wife. Then there's another video that came out. I don't mean to be too much into it, but I actually feel bad for Will though. I think he's in
right?
No, a new one.
No, but it like resurfaced, right? It was like when she was showing him saying somebody helped them with their marriage or something.
Oh, I thought that was new. You sure that's not?
Just resurfaced. It's just resurfaced from something older. Yeah,
that man is in an abusive relationship. That, I mean, I don't mean to get too much off topic, but that man is just.
Somebody said this is worse than Get Out.
It feels like it, man. I'm like, it's so funny. We're like all over the place. It's good to be back, guys. I mean, Trey messed up the streak, but we're here now, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't.
Miller messed it up. He didn't want to come back. I brought us back tonight, baby. You're welcome, baby.
Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Will Ryder says, not a good sucker punch. A good one takes away your memory, and the guy should be out cold, in my opinion. I haven't done it, but if you're going to do it right. Masvidal should do that to like someone like Colby Covington. And if they let him fight it out, Colby might beat him up in the streets too, because with the wrestling and everything, it could be worse. Will is still from Philly at the end of the day. But bro, like, I'm supposed to be defending him. I feel bad for him. Like Trey said, he's like, this is worse than like Get Out. That's how it feels like for me. Like, that man needs to leave that woman, in my opinion. Like, I think it's that bad. I think she has no respect for him. Oh, like, Bro, this guy has been in legend. He's in one of my favorite movies. Pursuit of Happiness is one of my favorite movies. And Lavathan for the UFC 275 and 274. I have Hiri and I have Charles Oliveira beating Gaethje. But we could talk about that towards the end because Trey feels differently. I know that, but I have $40 on it between Trey and Drew. I have
you got Yuri, bro. Like, why?
yeah,
bro?
and I have Oliveira.
With his chin up so bad, like.
Even though Glover is a little scary lately, I don't know. Got Prohashka and Shevchenko, and the Aussie says 999. I mean 999. He hasn't missed. He hasn't missed yet. So, all right, real quick, last one, Trey. As far as UFC 273, this is one I've really been wanting to talk about. Petr Yan, Aljamain Sterling. First off, let me say the whole MMA rulebook thing. I don't know if you guys seen that, chat. If you guys have seen it, let me know. That whole rulebook skit was one of the corniest attempts at a joke that I've ever seen in my life. If I didn't do podcasts with Trey weekly and hear his bad jokes, I would say that is one of the worst attempts at a joke in my life. Trey, let's talk about it.
First of all, everybody knows that you have the worst jokes in the whole entire community.
I don't think I missed one yet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have. You have bad dad jokes. Anyways, is this freaking bummy boy cornball little doo-doo man? Is he serious? This guy sucks. What is he talking about? He wants to cry and act like when he got the championship, like he didn't want it, like, oh, like I guess I'll take it. And then he starts taking pictures with it. And then he starts doing little videos with it and flaunting it around and walking around with it. And then he starts calling himself the champ and acting like he's going to defend it and acting like he won it and everything and talking about, well, yeah, hey, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to beat him and I'm actually go hard and defeat him and people are going to be impressed. And is this guy serious? He was getting walked down when he was in the ring. He was getting walked down. This is what Yan does. This is what Yan does. He keeps the pace up. He keeps the pressure on you, and he keeps going after you. There's no way this man Aljo is actually serious that he thinks he has a chance. This man is about to wax him again. How is he actually convincing people, thinking that he has better stamina and all this stuff? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He was getting pieced and skilled and technically just tore up bad. I don't care how much stamina you have. I don't care if he has double what he had last time. He's going to walk in there. He's still going to get walked down, and he's still going to get pieced up. You're looking at one of the best boxing and strikers in the UFC with Yan.
I think it was like the MMA fighting. They said a great point about Petr Yan. Like he's one of the only ones that does like that high guard. You know, in boxing, like you do like one of these guys who walk forward. Yeah. He's like one of the only ones in MMA like where he uses that and it actually works, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. But like, just play this hypothetical with me, Trey. What if Aljo wins? I saw Beta saying something about that earlier about what if Aljo actually wins, and I'll be here for the memes. Trey, what if Aljo wins?
Y'all can't be serious.
Were
we watching the same fight? Were we watching the same fight?
Listen,
did
I have Petr Yan
1 second of that fight when they fought last?
No,
absolutely not.
He started out aggressive in the first round.
Yeah, and then what happened by the end of that round?
Oh no, it was bad. But Trey, like hypothetically, Aljo wins.
What? No, absolutely not. I'll be so pissed. I would be so pissed, bro. I think I hate this dude worse than Francis. I'm dead serious.
I mean,
this dude is such a cornball. He's the biggest cornball in the UFC. Who does that? Wins a title on some BS and literally flaunts it around and acts like he's a champ and acts like he really won it. Acts like this dude's gonna come in and he's gonna walk him down and tear him up. He was getting tore up.
It's bad how he was making himself look. It was bad.
And then not to even mention, the knee wasn't even that crazy, and he went down there. I
don't think it was an acting job?
I can barely see. I don't know. I don't. Of course, it was the acting job. He said, "Oh my God, here's my chance." Who wouldn't do that? Who wouldn't take that chance? Who wouldn't say, here we go, I have it right here. It's not going to be respectable. I'm going to be hated. But hey, I'm about to embrace that. I just seen the story of them talking about Colby changing his attitude and cutting that promo and doing all that stuff. And now he's a superstar. I need to do something like that. I'm a nobody right now. He's tearing me up. I'm staying down. Give me the belt. Then I'm gonna start flaunting it. I'm gonna get people talking. I'm gonna start saying I'm gonna whoop them. I'm gonna have the worst joke in UFC history and bring a rule book into the freaking camp, like on some Miller DC stuff.
Okay, like it was cringy. It was cringy. Vince says Aljo won the belt. He blew the load after 2 rounds, and Jan gets stronger. He also says Jan and Aljo's teams were separated backstage at the ceremonial weigh-ins, just chirping back and forth. Cole says Sterling is so cringe. There's gonna be fireworks. All right, I know you can't fathom a world that Aljo wins. Trey, let me ask you.
Let me ask you something.
What if can the fight potentially be close?
No.
Petr walks through him. Basically,
Petr walks through him. I believe Petr Yan is a minus 435 favorite. Not to mention Volkanovski's a minus 700 favorite, which I think that's a little crazy. I think that's a little high. If you were gonna bet that, I would bet Korean Zombie just because it's so incredibly high, and that's a little ridiculous. And then you got Khamzat coming in around 525, I believe, for his line, minus 525. So the lines are crazy. It's almost not even worth betting. Only thing I have out this week is a parlay. You know what I'm saying? And I parlayed all the pretty much all the heavy favorites that I thought was gonna win.
You're pretty spot on with the over-unders for these fights. Volkanowski, as far as my bookie, promo code DC Miller, minus 700, plus 475 for Chan Sung Young. Petr, yeah, you almost hit the nail right on the head, minus 460. Pretty spot on. Plus 335 for Aljamain Sterling. For Hamza, what did you say about Hamza? Did you guess that one?
I said like 535, I think, something like that.
Close. Minus 520 for Hamza. Wow. Plus 370 for Gilbert Burns. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Okay. Like you look at these now. Here's the thing. Vegas. I got a great question for you after this. Sometimes Vegas has no idea, which is where we get our snipes and where we can bet underdogs and profit bigger money. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you look at stuff like this, it's like, they're kind of right on the money. Like, yeah, I could see that there's no chance. Like they're basically saying the Korean Zombie has no chance.
I got a great question for you. Trey. Great one. Whether you give me a great answer is a whole different story. All right. You see these plus minuses being super wide, right? Gilbert Burns a plus 370. Aljamain Sterling a plus 335. Chan Sung Young a plus 475. If you had to pick, this is good. This is some Hispanic Hawani stuff. If you had to pick from those three to win, your life depends on it, gun to your head, out of those three names, and this is tough because you basically said Burns has no chance. I think I know who you're gonna go with the more I think about it. You said Burns has no chance, Sterling has no chance, Korean Zombie. If you had to pick one to win, if you had to bet $100 on it, who are you putting your money on? Had to bet on the underdog. If you had to bet on one of the underdogs.
This is so hard. It's actually very close, and I will tell you that Aljo is second for me. He's my second pick, and it's very close to my first one. But if I had to, not because it's the best money, but because I know that they'll stand up and throw with each other, and he just has the power to knock him out. Okay. I would have to bet Korean Zombie. I would have to. If I had to choose one of those three, it would be a Korean Zombie. He just has the power to do it. And I know that Volkanovski, he's shown that he can get tagged. And if Korean Zombie lands the right one, then, he can knock him down and get on top of him. It is possible.
Trey, give me 1 through 3. Okay, Korean Zombie. Then Aljamain Sterling, is that what you're saying? And then Burns,
Yeah, I would have to go Aljo number 2 as much as I freaking hate that little cornball and think he's just the lamest dude and he was getting tore up. I would have to just because maybe some miraculous way he gets Jan's back and chokes him out.
So
He's
wow,
he's nice
what
on the
if
ground.
Burns wins tomorrow? Like
It's just the power is too much.
yeah,
I think Khamzat is in his head so bad. Like Gilbert looked so rattled at the weigh-ins. I don't know why. I could just see it in his face. He just looked like he was just little like out of it.
You ever looked at someone's face and it looks like they don't want no problems? That's what it looks like in Gilbert's face. Like he doesn't really want to be there.
It almost looks like he wants to be like, yo, relax.
Yeah, right. Like it's not that serious, right? Like we don't have to fight.
It's not that serious right now.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like maybe this is all a game. Like maybe we're over speculating a bit. But if Hamza gets through Gilbert Burns, he's gonna get Colby Covington next.
Yeah.
Are you saying Hamza has no chance against Colby Covington?
I'm not saying he has no chance, but I'm telling you.
Okay, I was about to say that's a little bit crazy.
You're out here in the deep, deep water now. I hope that your conditioning and your wrestling and your pace and everything that everybody's talking about you and everything you say you are and that you will do and you're from here and you know what I'm saying, you represent this and this style. I hope all that's true.
It will
because
be a
for Colby
fight.
it is.
Yeah.
For Colby it is.
Doesn't stop. You know what's different though between the two? I mean, who knows if that fight will ever get there? Colby doesn't really finish you if he takes your back. You know, he kind of like grounds and pounds. You know, kind of like that wrestling, but not so much jiu-jitsu. He doesn't really go for the submission. Hamza takes your back, you're done. You're not surviving. If he has a minute or more left on the clock for Hamza, he's gonna put you out. I have no doubt in my mind. How that fight happens between like him and Colby got hands. He's unorthodox. But for that same reason, he could get caught against Hamza. I really don't know how to call it.
I don't know.
He's
that boy's so versatile. Like
that
boy is nice, man. I try to tell y'all, man. Jorge's a bum.
I know whoever picked Jorge is just crazy. But with Colby Covington is, you know, we don't have to touch on that, Trey, if you don't want to. It's not worth it. But
we don't got to talk about your bad picks. I don't want to do that to you.
Hamzat's power makes me scared for Colby. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. He's like something that we've never seen before. Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if we've seen his full power yet. I think this fight with Gilbert he'll actually show like, hey, I can actually do something here.
Trey, he puts him out round 1. You still feel the same with Colby Covington versus Hamza?
Yeah. About Colby?
About Colby versus Hamza.
You got to understand, Khamzat is always putting the pressure on people. He's never had somebody put the pressure on him and him.
Colby's not going to be able to put the pressure on Hamza.
Oh, yes, he is. Why is he not?
No, he's not. Maybe in the 3rd round and
why is he not?
Because Hamza is a better wrestler.
That's all he does. They said he wouldn't be able to put the pressure on Usman, and what did he do the whole time? He was putting the pressure on Usman.
That second fight, he really didn't put that much pressure.
Yes, he did. Watch that fight again. Are you serious? He was walking him down the whole time.
Not really.
He was tagging Usman.
No, he got dropped twice. You know that, right? In the second fight.
Okay, yes, but he was tagging Usman.
And he didn't get a takedown.
He was outstriking him.
No, it was pretty close. It was neck and neck.
Oh my god!
It was neck and neck.
Very close.
Hamza beats Colby, man. That's it. The
more I think about it, very close, and he had 2 knockdowns.
Hamza beats Colby.
Very close.
Hamza beats Colby. The more I think about it, man.
Why?
I think he's different. I think he's different.
I think he's different. That's the thing, though. Colby's different.
He is different. I might be a little bit, recency bias. Let's see how he does against Gilbert Burns, and then it would have been amazing to like after that fight to get on live on a Tuesday, right after Gilbert Burns versus Hamza.
That would have been amazing.
But you're gonna be playing softball, right? So we can't do that. So I guess we gotta wait till the Friday, anyways.
Well, here's the thing. This past Tuesday, this week it rained, so I could have did it Tuesday.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for letting me know. That's great. That's what it's good to know that on a Friday. That's great. That's really helpful, Trey.
But here's the thing: you didn't want to do a Tuesday and then do another day next week, and then do.
I didn't say anything about Tuesday because the show is called on the bottom. If you look at the stream, it says Trash Talk Tuesday. So I mean, hey,
Friday in the slide.
Hey man, it does. I gotta fix it. Yeah.
We're just gonna have to ride out the Fridays until like April, and then we're good.
Absolutely.
March, April, until like May, and then we're good.
Oh wow!
And then
let's 2023.
And then we have all summer. And
I think Tuesday is a perfect day. I think we had the ball rolling. But Fridays might work. It's just people do things on Fridays. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 100%. They're out with their boyfriends and stuff.
Kobe is gonna get dogged. Hamza is gonna be smoking on Kobe pack. Says Beta Quest. So he kind of feels like, I don't know, man. Trey, listen, I'll be honest. I don't know how to call it. I don't know how to call it because Hamza is now touching those fighters like top 5 and above. Now, if Gilbert Burns makes it competitive at all bets are off. I can't say that Hamza is going to walk through Kobe. He has to completely obliterate Gilbert Burns for us to feel the same way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he will.
How old was Maya when Kobe fought him? Maya's been old for a long time. What's up?
I don't know. Probably like freaking 37.
Yeah, probably. Not even joking. Probably around there. I'll tell you talk to me before I check. Yeah.
Listen, I hope Khamzat knows how to swim because he's out in the deep, deep ocean when he goes and fights Colby. Rocky waters.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. I do think he gets past. Gilbert Burns pretty decisively. That was back in 2017. That's got to be another. He was like 38.
That's got to be another pay-per-view main event, right?
Oh my god.
A non-title pay-per-view main event again for Colby. Oh
something we didn't talk about, Trey.
My God.
The press conferences for that fight. I don't think Hamza is going to get in Kobe's head. Nobody has been able to do that. That'll be interesting.
Heck, no. Kobe loves that. Let's go.
Kobe talks about his religion, his country, and everything. I think so. That man doesn't care.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I think it rattles Khamzat.
It might. It
will. This is going to be the first person that's going to kind of punk him a little bit.
I don't know about punking, but unbiased DC. You can get under people's skin. You talk about their moms, you know, so like some people I think the only thing that'll bother me maybe is kids, but I would never go that far. But that's the thing, Kobe doesn't care. He'll talk about the dog you just lost last week. Like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't.
I love that.
Like
I think I love that.
He might rattle.
I love that he crosses the line.
You know what, Trey? I don't know.
I love that he crosses.
I don't know about the kids thing and the wife thing with but Trey. Before we get out of here, we're almost out of here. But I'll be honest with you, Trey. So nobody says anything when Conor talks about Dustin Poirier's wife, but when Kobe does it, it's kind of like wrong. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? Like, you know what I mean?
But but Conor's just saying, "Hey, your wife's sending me DMs." Kobe's over there saying, "Hey, get a paternity test for Conor's child."
Yeah, that's a little crazy. Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's gonna be Khabib versus McGregor.
Something like that.
Yeah. Trey. Kobe getting under Hamza's skin. I think. Yeah. They might scuffle. It might be like Conor McGregor, Khabib again with the bus all over again.
Yeah. Kobe will take it there if he can get it there. Absolutely, that's money.
Trey, I'm gonna. So real quick, because 5 to 6 people here. So guys, thank you for being here. Like we haven't been on for a while. Trey, I'm gonna get on live an hour before the main event. If you're around, you can come through. All right,
I probably won't have my whole setup, but I can do it off my phone.
In that case, just don't come. But yeah, all right. No, like let's see if we make it happen, or if you call in, whatever. It'll be fun, but it should be a historical night tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. Another sponsor stream. Let's get it.
I could actually just leave my stuff over here, and I could call in like this.
Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, you don't have to have it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Nah, I
But
can just leave my stuff over at Drew's. You know, it gets sketched out because he hangs out with the wrong crowd and everything. So you know how that goes. And
yeah, he's a violent
I just don't
person.
want
He
my stuff.
drinks
He's a
beer.
horrible person,
Yeah,
alcoholic.
absolutely.
So
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a question, I would
So,
cross him over. in
y'all pray for
basketball.
Drew.
So dirty. He can't guard me. That's just.
We're trying to get him to AA meetings too. He's an alcoholic, so y'all.
Oh,
pray for him.
absolutely. It's gonna be Khabib versus McGregor. He's gonna get smashed, brother. Says Beta. I read that in Hamza's voice. Them real Caucasians don't play. Listen. I think he gets under Hamza's skin. Who knows what happens?
Yep.
But I would love to see it. I would pay $100 for that pay-per-view. Hamza versus Colby. Colby really turned his career around. That we can say. Whether you like him or hate him, that man was 1 foot out the door. And has he taken it too far? Look, he's getting sucker punched in the street.
He's a star.
Yeah, but he's a star. People want to see him.
He's actually blowing up now. Like actually, really blowing up now.
If Hamza beats him, if Hamza beats Burns, that's gonna. You know how big of a fight that is. Trey, real quick before I'm excited. I'm excited talking about it. But like,
is that another pay-per-view non-title fight pay-per-view main event?
Wow,
is that another one?
He's becoming like Nate Diaz, but with skill. And I don't mean to be disrespectful.
And being at the top, it's not just a money fighter, a big name. He's like,
and I think we're kind of like not emphasizing enough how big of a name Hamza is. I think tomorrow Hamza versus Burns is a bigger fight than Volkanovski Korean Zombie. You know what I mean? Like, is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that because it's kind of like, well, it's just a fill-in fight. Everybody wanted Max so bad; it was such a letdown that it's like.
But that's a non-title fight, and that's what Hamza is blowing up because he has been breaking records, doing things that nobody has been doing.
What's a non-title fight?
Hamza Burns.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But it's not a main event. It's not a main event.
No, but it is like the main. You know what I mean? Like, it is kind of like the main event tomorrow. Like, people are more excited for that fight.
I would even argue that Aljo and Jan is a bigger fight than Volkanovski.
But that's because they fought each other before. Hamza and Burns never fought. Like, what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, the point that I'm trying to make is that Hamza is a huge name. Like a Patty, how Patty Pimblett is a huge name. Hamza is becoming that. Now you throw him in the mix with Colby. Oh man. I almost want him to blow past Burns tomorrow.
And Hamza is smart. He's aligning himself with another celeb from a different country that'll give him more global fans with Darren Till, so he's only going to get bigger. And if he dominates tomorrow, he'll be even bigger. It's like,
all right. Last question before we get out of here. We're already on for an hour. Do you think Colby Hamza sells better than Masvidal Colby? Pay-per-view.
Yes.
Me too.
Because Jorge's
I'm actually excited.
Bum. Like, I've been telling y'all this before this even happened.
But he has fans, though.
This man doesn't beat anybody.
But he's a big name.
When's the last time he won? When is the last time this dude won? He is a bum. He just talks and runs his mouth, and he's collecting paychecks. Good for him. Somehow he's a big name. I don't get it. I guess he's still riding on Kimbo's coattails, even though he's been gone for however long. But it's like, what is the interest in this dude?
It's gonna be hard for him to turn it around, though. Like you said, he's a big name. I don't know if that's still a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
he's corny now. I don't think Dana likes that stuff. I think Dana's pretty whack. Like, I think he thinks that stuff's pretty whack. Like doing all that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. He's in a weird place. All right, real quick, let's get out of here. Danny Burns says, Colby cares now. He is hated everywhere. He goes for calling cops. Real fighters hate cop callers, says Danny Burns. Danny Burns, be here tomorrow. Is going to be a big coverage of a fight of UFC 273. Plug says, do you think Jorge going to jail? I have no idea. Great question, Plug.
He went to jail. He got bailed out. What do you mean? Now
I guess he's saying, like, does he go back? But I don't know. Right.
I don't think that's how it works. I think you just pay some stuff. But here's the thing.
Right. Have a good one, Cole.
When you're a celebrity and you're walking out of a club and you're going to get in the car or whatever, and some random person in a hood and mask comes over and hits you and attacks you, you're not about to just randomly fight that back. You don't know who that is. You're a celebrity. They could have a gun. They could be trying to kill you. There could be any agenda going on.
That could have
went
left.
It's not like you're just going to go and swing back. Yeah, you're a fighter, but him being a fighter makes it even more of a reason why he can't go and fight somebody, because say some dude did come up and hit him and he didn't have anything, and then he goes and absolutely whoops him and dogs him and everything. Well, then some people are going to be like, yeah, that dude got what he deserved, but then the other side is going to be like, I can't believe he would do this. He's a skilled fighter. He knew what he was doing. Like, he choked this guy out unconscious or knocked him out unconscious or whatever, and he shouldn't do that because he knows his weapons and all that stuff. There's always going to be some twisted agenda on it. Everybody's going to hate on it in any other way.
Right.
So there's no win here. There's no win. It's just Jorge is just an absolute cornball for doing that. That's the story. Nothing to do with Colby.
Yeah.
Jorge just got whooped for 25 minutes, dogged, and then he goes and does that. Like, what a lame.
I'm trying to look up the pay-per-view buys to see how much it was. I can't find it because Vince asked. I think it was Vince that asked. I'm looking it up. I'll try to find out for you and have the answer for you tomorrow. If I don't find it now, I'm trying to do that real quick, but I can't really figure it out right now. Yeah, I don't see it. No, they might have not released it yet. So, sorry. I'll try to find out for you, Vince. Masvidal is finished. Danny Burr says it's $20 by Von Blue. Holy moly! Welcome back, Von Blue, the man, the myth, the legend. He said, "What y'all whining about today?" Says Von Blue. Oh man, the Trey and Von Blue beef. Damn, you just got here and we're just about to get off. Like, Trey, anything you want to say to Von Blue before we get out of here?
Yeah, that dude's an absolute cornball. He's throwing money out there because he know what he did. He made those accounts about me, and he feels bad. He's still trying to wipe his name clean, but everybody knows what you did.
Is it wrong that I hope all those names show
tainted.
up? Oh my! I hope all those names show up. Remember all the names that they were like, guys. For anybody that doesn't know, there were like 7 accounts out there. It was like Trey's back fat, Trey's ex-girlfriend.
It was just on my Johnson so bad. This is just a bunch of little fanboys, and then I went on one called Gay Melton, and Von Blue's email was on there, and I found out it was Von, and he made all those. So you tainted your name, buddy.
I don't know if that's true, Von. We're gonna have to you back, Von, to find out if that's actually true.
100% true.
Vince, so Trey, Vince says in Florida we have stand your ground. You can easily get shot. That could have went really wrong, really badly for Masvidal. Let's say Kobe has a security guard that just shoots Masvidal after doing something like that. You wasn't sure if that was Masvidal. Like it could have went. They called him Gabe Melton. That was another account. That could have went really bad for Masvidal. It wasn't smart. It just was like, who's advising him to do that? You know? Maybe he has too many yes men around his corner.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's got a bunch of cornball, little lame boys that just hype each other up. And bro, you should go punch him, man.
Kobe is hated. What? Kobe is hated, Burns. No, it was weird, Trey. Trey, any closing remarks that you want to share? It's good to have you back. And guys, sorry for 3 weeks of no streaming. We can blame Trey, but sorry, Trey.
Hey, I'm getting out of here. I told y'all I'm the one who brought it back. Miller didn't want to come back for y'all. I said, nah, I want them to see me again. They miss me. They need to hear my voice. They need to get some news from a real source. You're looking out the one that gets it done, the one that finds the info, the source, baby. Hey, you know what it is. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, man, he left. I wanted to tell him Trey's a legend. I'm not going to lie. I hate to give him credit, but the nickname The Source, I actually really like. And then he always says The Source, and then he says the one that gets it done. It's kind of smooth. It's like a Razor Ramon, like one-liner things. I like it. I like it. His mother looks horrible. Those shades, 5 and below. But anyways, what your peers think matters. Have fun at work, everybody. Yep, Danny Burns, have a great one. By the way, my guy, I'll catch you tomorrow. Trey and Von, new age lethal weapon. says Von, let's get it, bro. That's freaking hilarious. That one YouTuber set Kobe up. Full Send Podcast. That was a speculation. That's what people were saying. By the way, they had an interview with Trump and that got taken down. They interviewed Kodak Black. They've been getting like huge interviews. They got Lil Durk on there too. It's crazy because I used to watch the Nelk Boys and look how big they are. Cole, much love to you, my guy. You're always showing love. Cole, I just want to tell you much love. I truly appreciate your support from day one, like from the beginning. Vince, Cole, Beta, Burns, Von Blue with the $20 once again, bro. Von, thank you so much, man. That means the world to me, bro. I'm so excited tomorrow. UFC 273. Be here, Von. I'm going to get out of here. You got the shooting thing. I guess that was for Whale. Whale was here earlier today, Vaughn. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Guys, tomorrow, UFC 273, sponsor stream. I'm going to be live an hour early, so be here. Should be a lot of fun. God bless, guys. Much love. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
I'm the best ever. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Yo, bounce guy, go off.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Wilder's in a world of trouble, closing seconds. Can he weather the storm here in the third round?
And the ball to superlative.
Big right hook, lands flush for Cambosos, and that knockdown Teofimo Lopez. We have ourselves a fight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov gets a triangle choke from up top. Gaethje's out, and the fight is over. The triangle choke for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And Porter gets knocked down. He gets knocked down again. 10th round TKO win. Left uppercut, and then next out Leo. It appears he's out cold. The fight is over. It was a counter left uppercut, and just like that, what a left uppercut. I did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to admit, what a fight.
Nice celebration for a 3K video. I don't know, man. To hit 3,000 subscribers and like right hook to the body for Campbell. Left hook to the body for Garcia. And that knocked down Campbell. It was a left hook to the body. Campbell on the ground. The count is on. Can he make his way up? It appears he can't get up. Campbell on the ground. Trying to stand up. And the fight is over. Ryan Garcia with a 7th round knockdown. What a performance. Guys, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. We're trying to do record numbers today. Ryan Garcia tearing up and crying. What a performance for Ryan Garcia.